Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Subscribe. No, just kidding. Fuck. This time we're going to be going over status effects and guardian spirits. So in this one, we're going to go over the certain status effects that basically are in this game. The ones that do the best, and the guardian spirits, at least until Region 4, that I consider the best personally. So, in general, I've gone through most of these that I've gotten so far, and the best one to use, personally, is Kato, because Kato has a certain status effect, obviously burning, and the distance that you can use him with the summoning scrolls is decent enough. It stuns most enemies, including bosses, and honestly, the burning damage is one of the best status effects that you can get on anything. It does more damage than poison, and paralysis really doesn't do a whole lot either. So the main status effects in this game are burning, poison, and paralysis. Those three are the basis of the game, and for the most part, burning is the best. I do have electricity on my main weapon, on my sword, and honestly, I've paralyzed multiple enemies, and I haven't gotten very much effect out of getting them fully paralyzed. It just doesn't do a whole lot. And poison does a fourth of the damage that burning will do. So, in general, when you're going through the first four regions, Kato is usually the best because he has the strongest attack versus almost anything in those first four regions, especially bosses. And the only other one that I've used so far against a boss was Riken, and that's because his Guardian Spirit scroll also stuns him, and he does a little bit more might. So when you have him summoned, he does more damage in your summoning form, in your living weapon form. So basically, what I recommend is, when you're going through this game, if you have magic level, to get the summoning scrolls and get as many as you can, just because they help out a lot. Obviously, the damage on it is very good, and just in general, I mean, burning damage is one of the best. I can't see anything better. Everything else, all the other elements, you got wind, you got fire, you got water, ice, whatever, and really they just do extra damage. Earth is the same way. Now, there is nothing wrong with imbuing your weapon with some sort of element, because obviously that extra damage is going to do you a good amount of I mean, obviously, if you can get fire, that'd be best. I haven't run across very many fire weapons. It's mostly been electricity. So, really, my recommendation for this is literally just use Kato, just because the fire damage, as you can see how much damage he's actually taking so far, and the range on this, it's devastating to anything. So, yeah. This video is going to be a little bit shorter because status effects really aren't a big topic. Well, not a big topic, but just a larger topic in this game. And I can't really say that I haven't used the elemental things on any of the weapons. I've had multiple weapons that have it, especially the Raikiri. It's mostly the one that I get for swords, at least. I've gotten Earth for spear, and the ones that I've inquired the least in any weapons that I found, but it's probably just my luck, is Earth and ice and fire. Those are the main ones that I just haven't come across in general for getting weapons. Another thing about the Guardian Spirits is, I'm gonna check it right now. When you're choosing your Guardian Spirits, obviously Kato is very good for fire. He has a good amount of might. He has a good amount of basically everything: recovery, tenacity. The only thing he lacks is Amrita Gauge rate, which really isn't that bad because it's C+ anyway. But when you go down the list, you'll notice that the Guardian Spirit protections that they have underneath them can definitely help you, especially with your playstyle. The Water Sonate gives you life, gives you close combat recovery, strong attack, key reduction. It's really your playstyle when you choose these as well. But Kato will give you a major advantage against any boss fight that I've come across so far. It's the same with Riken. They're usually just the best, just because you can use the summoning scroll to stun them and everything like that. I have used Dabawashi just because when you use it, once you're done, you recover health. Very good. Fuse is known for his might, so he hits the hardest when you actually have the living weapon. Raiken, Treasure Sense, you got Dash Endurance, everything like that. His isn't very good. He doesn't have that great of a protection. We got Hinezumi, which this is more for mage casters, actually, just because he has those two spells, Omni Magic Power, Unlimited Omnio, and that really... He also has stealth for enemies, that's kind of okay, but for the most part, this is just to up your magic power. His summoning scroll is almost useless. It really just it gives you a barrier, so I guess if you have more spells, it'll knock them back and give you that time to cast. That's about all he has. You got Itakuri, the spider. This one's more for luck, for the most part. It's the paralysis is okay. The summoning scroll is okay. It's a closer ranged one. It kind of just it doesn't have like a medium range. It's more of a close range. Not terribly close, but it's close ranged. Surihicho, or if I pronounce that right, Surahicho. This one is immediate close range for summoning scrolls, spirit protection, life recovery, from purification. That one's really good. That is the best thing that this one has going for it for the protection, just because every time you purify a zone, especially in boss fights where they use a lot of those to slow you down, you'll get 150 HP back. It's a good little bonus. It gives you a little bit of a buff in the fight, and that's all I can get for that one. Then you got Kuto. Sorry about butchering these names. This one is this is a luck summon. Ninja, luck, and elixir effect on life recovery. Those are the top ones on this one. It's more for ninjas, but in general, it's a luck one, obviously. But the luck only applies when you're using a living weapon. So, kind of a toss-up on all these. Honestly, if I was going from on a list of which ones are best to which ones are the worst, I'd say Kato's at the top. I'd say Fusei Ushi is second. Daibawashi is third. Usura, just because of the recovery, fourth. Raiken is fifth. Isunade would probably be sixth. And you got Itakuri, seventh. Hinuzumi, and then Gyukuto. Depending on your playstyle, I guess it would vary which ones are better in general, just because of the ninjutsu and the Omnio, sorry. And yeah, so that's basically it for this for the Guardian Spirits and their little bonuses and what they rate and which ones are better, mainly, in my opinion. So I hope that helps out. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, leave yourself a like, leave yourself subscribe, and sorry. And I hope you all have a good day. See you later.